Oh, that was me.
Okay, right. We are live.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome to Girls Gabbin.
Yes, welcome to Girls Gabbin. Another Sunday.
Yes, today is October.
What is today's
Oh,
date?
see, she messed
See,
up.
why I got to do
October
the
the 20th.
The 20th, yes.
I don't know why I don't.
Oh yeah, let me turn that down.
Okay, so it's October 20th.
Yes.
She's actually right.
It's October 20th, and we are back with Girls Gabbin. And today we are going to actually unleash some superpowers.
Yes, we are. We have the whole crew in the house tonight.
Yes, indeed.
And this is going to be a great night. We have a full house tonight.
Yes,
so.
we do. And
So this
well,
will be
and before we
exciting.
get started, did you want to anything happen over the weekend that I know you might
Oh
want to?
yeah, well, I know the Redskins fans are upset with me, but anyway,
We have to
say-
give her a time. So
The 49ers did win, and we're 6-0. However, I do want to continue to state that we are focusing still on Health Awareness Month,
Mhm.
and of course that includes breast cancer awareness, mental health awareness, suicide prevention, and mental and domestic violence.
Mhm.
So as we continue to keep those things in mind as our show continues each and every Sunday, we wanted to just make sure we point that all out to you all as well.
Yes.
But today we're about to have some fun.
yes, it's going to get real powerful in the room. Okay, and I will mention we do have 5 of the 6 co-authors are in the building. We have one other co-author who's going to call in maybe 10, 15 minutes and join us. So we're going to get the party started.
Yes, we're gonna get the party started because we're having a
Yes.
superhero party.
Wait a minute, no, put it up right there.
The superhero party.
Pow!
Yeah.
So we're gonna unleash the super crew, the superpower crew, if you will, with their superpowers. And I'm just gonna introduce the names. And of course, Lisa's gonna take it as far as having each and every one of them share their superpowers with us. We have tonight Reverend Dr. J.L. Brown, that's sitting right next to me. Tawan Love, she'll be calling in, and we'll be glad to speak with her as well. Antoine Brown, the gentleman over on the other side of the table. Maria Thorpe. Pashawn Davis, welcome back to Girls Gabbin. It's always a pleasure to have you back in the house. And of course, our own Lisa Dove Washington. By the way, this is Lisa Dove Washington, and I am Andrea Riley.
Yes, I forgot to say who we were.
And we are Girls Gabbin.
Yes.
So Lisa, how are we gonna get started tonight?
Okay, well first I'll start it off by saying we have a book, and let me borrow
Your phone is playing back.
somebody's volume.
That's
Let me borrow one of your books.
some.
My superpowers, okay? So working the phone was not one of my superpowers. We getting it together.
Oh, God.
But I wanted to start off by saying that to give a little background on how this group came together.
Yes.
I actually released my first book, The Power is Shut Up, earlier this year, and was motivated by that because writing is just really my lane. I got excited about it. My publisher, Sharon, shout out to her. She helped me to actually find my lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to launch my own publishing company called Touch by Dove Publishing. So with that, this became the very first publication under Touch by Dove Publishing. And the name of it is, and I got it all wrong because I'm going on that side and this on this side. You know what? Yes, it's the end of the week, beginning of the week, whatever. The name of the book is Unleash Your Superpower. And it's 6 extraordinary stories on discovering and accepting the power within. So I actually reached out just generally and to see who was interested in becoming a part of this collaboration, and I'm excited because I got some wonderful people to join in on this, and they discovered their superpowers. They're going to share them this evening because I will mention that next Saturday, less than a week now, we will be releasing this book. So I have brought them their very first copies to get excited about, but these are the very first copies of the book. And they're theirs to sell. So we're starting off with 10. Of course, I will shout out. Joe has actually already purchased even more copies. I think he has an additional 20.
Yes.
Because he's already sold his 10, I believe. So he is not playing. Hey. And I'm excited about it. And I think a couple people already put in orders to place them because they have events and things coming up that they need these books. And I'll have them share a little bit about what they're doing. But we finally have almost everybody in the house. The last time we got together, I think we were missing Antoine. Today, shout out to Tawan. We hope you feel better. So Tawan may be on the, she's going to call in, but she may get on the live as well. So we're going to be talking about the Superpower book.
Absolutely.
So Andrea's actually going to probably kind of talk a little bit. She has the book with her, and she's going to, well, we can all just ask questions of each other. They're getting to know each other. They actually just met each other. Everybody didn't know everybody, so this was a wonderful way to get to know someone new.
That's awesome.
They have their T-shirts on. I'm so excited. Did y'all see our T-shirts? Yes, we got
trying
T-shirts.
to reconnect.
Look.
Yeah, hopefully it'll pick up.
I think it will still pick back up. But everybody has their T-shirts on, so we're going to do a little photo op after this is over with. But I just kind of wanted everybody to, I know we've done a couple of lives, and but I want you all to still kind of share anything you want to about this process and how excited you are, because we are headed to New York, Times Square.
Awesome, guys.
On next Saturday.
Let's go.
Because our billboard, which we have not revealed the billboard to anybody, so we've been hoping. That's been hard too, because it's fire. But we revealed the billboard on Saturday. Between 1 and 4, there will be 3 appearances, and they're bringing down their families and friends. We're gonna block off the whole Times Square block, 42nd Street Avenue, whatever that is. People gonna say, excuse me. Oh, sorry, it's a lot of power right here. So we're excited about it. So we're gonna have a superpower. Where is that? Let me show that one again. I'm gonna put that on you, Andrea.
Superhero pod.
This is a
Did you turn the camera
superhero pod. It's on you.
Yeah.
Superhero party.
Yeah, superhero party.
Yes. So I'm ready to get started with everybody just kind of telling us a little bit. Did you want to start around this way? Or I'm going to let Andrea decide.
We'll start with the only lady at the table. How about that?
Okay.
Because I want to know what the cape is going on.
That's right. That's right. Wait a minute. Give us a little fashion show. That's right.
Here we go.
Because we ain't playing.
That's
She
right.
Cape's ready. Okay.
Ready. And she's going to explain what the cape is. Man. But she unleashing some things.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Unleash that power.
I'm going to have to talk to you about where you got that cape from. Because
You know.
You know what?
I almost picked up one for everybody, but you know.
I'm going to check that out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was nice. That's a nice touch.
Yes, thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Maria Thorpe, and I am so excited about this project. When I first was introduced to it, it was just the title itself that helped me to say, this is for me. I have been wanting to write a book, but nothing really clicked. And so when I saw this and Lisa kind of shared her story with me, I was like, I am so in. And so that's how I got involved in this wonderful project.
All right. So, what is your superpower?
Well, are we ready for it?
Are you ready? Let's do
Are
it.
we
But
ready?
we won't tap on the table because
Are
it
we ready?
echoes through.
I was ready.
But we're gonna do one of these.
All
Drum
right.
roll, please. Maria's superpower is.
Well, I went back to the beginning.
Okay.
And my superpower is hey.
Okay.
Positive attitude with intense determination.
Very nice.
Check it out.
That
Check it out.
Very nice.
has led me to where I am today. And whenever I feel something getting out of whack, I go right back to this concept right here. Because keeping that positive attitude and being truly determined in what you're trying to
That's
do,
right.
it allows you to move forward. Sometimes we get paralyzed in having to do the things we have to do, but keep thinking positively and keep moving forward with intense determination. So that is my superpower.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
Right.
Awesome. I love it.
All right.
Okay.
So when they contributed to the book, I mean, what understanding she gave you a footprint in a sense.
Yes.
But what encouraged you to put? And I haven't read the book because as she stated,
We
this is
gave
the
her
first time.
copy today, right? They just came
But-
out. Actually, and nobody has access to the book until next Saturday. It doesn't
Okay,
release until
okay.
Saturday, but
Yeah.
these are their first. So see, you get it before everybody else.
I'm trying to share the little secrets.
So we can't tell y'all everything.
But don't tell everything. But
yeah.
if there's something you can share from the book, what would it be?
It would be that when you're first beginning, in the beginning of your life, when you realize that you have this God-given talent that you are trying to tap into, and you realize you step out of your comfort zone and something happens, and you have to be able to recognize your superpowers. And when you're intending on doing something, everybody always says, or you think, how was I able to do that? That is your God-given internal superpower that is coming out. You're unleashing it. And to make those things happen that you never thought you could do, that's when you know you've released superpower.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So, Tamar, what else? I'm sorry,
Maria.
Maria. What else do you do? Tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, well, I am an engineer by degree,
Okay.
and I have a federal government job. In addition to that, I'm co-owner of Waldorf Chess Club with my husband, Roland.
Yes.
So we teach our youth and adults how to unleash their superpower through chess.
Okay.
You know, teaching them how to be creative, strategic, and positive in their thinking, and an ability to plan. That's all the power that you need to do to be successful in this life. Also, I'm an investor, a friend, a member of the Dream Queens Association, which I mentor young girls at Great Mills High School. So just a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Very excited to give back and be engaged in the community through my STEM activities, our chess club activities, and my engineering STEM degree.
Be blessed to have her
We
on
are
the
very
team.
blessed.
Yes.
Awesome. That is all awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. Lisa, did you want to add anything?
No, Maria and I actually met. I will share that Maria and I actually met to do a shout out to Sharon Parker. Last
okay.
year at Sharon Parker's event, I was emceeing
Yes.
the event, and Maria was there. She was a speaker. And that's where we met and connected. So this is a big deal too. I will mention that Sharon has actually asked the co-authors to come to her event in December. I'll give you all more information on that because there was some true synergy there. So that's what her events are all about, synergy.
Yes,
And we connected there, and then we're still synergizing here. So it's a wonderful thing. I think we have we're going to bring Tawan on. Hold on just a minute. But Maria, we are just happy to have you.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
As one of our superheroes.
Yes.
Yes.
And with your cape, I'm going to give you this one.
Wow.
You get
Yes.
Boom. It's one of my favorite
She's
words.
handing out special little powers,
Yeah.
little sayings. Is Tawan on the line?
Tawan, are you there? Tawan. So we'll go on, and then when she picks up.
Okay.
Tawan, are you there?
Hello?
There she is.
Hello, how are you, Tawan?
Tawan. Oh, she hung up.
Okay, well, there she is. Hold on real quick.
Tawan, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Tawan? Tawan?
Now she might pop in and say
Right.
She might not be, look, we can't hear her, but I bet she can hear you.
Hello?
Tawan.
Yes. Tawan.
She said hello, so I know she's there.
Tawan, can you hear her? She's on the line. Tawan?
Okay, she hung up again.
Okay, well, we're going to keep going
keep
and
going.
pull her back in as soon as we can. So,
I'll let you
I'm
decide this time.
you going to let me decide? Okay, we're going to decide on Tawan if we can get her on the line.
Tawan, can you hear us? Tawan?
Tawan.
You saying it like I know you can hear us.
Look here, Tawan. No, I'm just kidding. Stop playing
She
on the
hung up
phone,
again.
man. Stop playing on the phone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay, so Tawan, while we trying to get you on the line, we're going to go over here to
You know we should try since they've been giving us problems since we started the show.
yeah. You know what? Just I'm glad you said
Yes,
that.
Tawan, way to go. Come on, get in
We
there.
still rolling
Yeah.
with She gonna be on the line regardless, so we gonna roll on over here. Cause we've been hearing a lot of noise over in this corner
Yes.
since the door opened. So I think we're gonna start next with Antoine.
Yes.
So Mr. Brown, welcome to Girls Gabbin.
Hey, ladies, how we are? Thanks for having me.
Oh, now you're gonna be nice.
Yeah, right,
Oh, it's too late. It's too late. Okay. So
Thank you,
tell us a
thank
little
y'all.
bit.
Just know that they've been messing with me since I got But I'm here.
Are you
I'm ready.
outnumbered? Are we even, Steven?
We
Okay.
even
Well,
now.
wait a minute. If she come on the line,
Yeah,
then
we even now.
until
Oh, well,
Tawana
yeah, until
get-
Tawana
she
get
ain't
there.
get up. Okay, so Antoine.
Yes, ma'am.
So
How are you?
in the hot seat now. Maria started us off wonderfully. So
Yes, she did.
let's keep it moving with our next superhero. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to join the book. I know. You know what? I shouldn't even have opened it up like
Yes,
this.
there we go. Come on.
It's
That's-
too late. Go
It's
on,
too late.
go for it.
I
go
was
for
bullied
it.
into this book.
Look, there
Let me let the world know that this lady has bullied me for the last 3 months about this book. I went into her office for something
Lord,
totally
see.
different. I went there totally different. And
That's true.
When I walked out of there, it was like, hold on, how did I end up
had
with
two
here?
projects,
And now I got
that's
2 books coming out, and I ain't even want the first one. It was just a suggestion that I thought would
Thank
be
you,
nice.
wifey.
And then I ended up with 2 books. Okay, so I'll start over. I came home. I had a great idea for a book that's gonna come out later, and I told my wife. And she was like, "Okay, how long? When you want to get it started?" And I was like, "I just thought about it 2 minutes ago. Like, I don't know. I don't know when I want to
Share
get
it.
it
I don't
right."
know if I really
She was
want
like,
to
"Okay,
do
I'll call Lisa." Okay, all right, call Lisa. Next thing I know, next week I'm in Lisa, me and face to face.
We're having a
I'm telling
meeting.
Lisa about how this is, how I see the next book going and how I think it should go. It's a nice book, great title, everything. She was like, "Wow, you should be in the co-author." And
I
was
sure
like,
did.
I was like, "Lisa, I don't want to write the first book. Why would I write in your book?" But she insisted that no, you have a story to tell. You need to tell it, and this could be a good way to start off
Right.
telling your story. So that's how I ended up in this book. I was bullied and pressured.
And
by
he has
my
been
wife.
making me pay for it
Yes.
ever since.
Yes.
Is that what your part in this book is saying too?
It's-
When you
it goes into some of it, but no, not quite.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Did I read that
No,
part
you
in
didn't
there?
read that.
Okay.
So, but no, I appreciate it. It was actually my superpower and writing this book go hand in hand.
Okay.
It was definitely a test for what I went through from early on in my life to right now writing this book. So it was a very interesting process.
And what is your superpower?
My superpower is mental stress because you have to have it with Lisa.
All
Stress.
right. Mental
Stress or
Yes.
stress?
Both.
I thought he said stress. Stress.
I was going to say, wait a minute, Antoine.
Mental strength is my,
Okay,
is my
okay.
superpower because Lisa has stressed me and strengthened me at the same time.
I don't know
Okay.
if you want to give him
All
that.
right, I'm going to give, I know, just take your time. Because I'm going to get him back. I ain't
So-
gonna
It's
have
not
my
just me.
It's not, no sir.
Okay.
No, there were two. There were two.
Well, I heard a lot about you before we knew, but
Oh.
just know that me and you were tough. We was like this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I beat you. Yeah. So
I don't know.
you don't know. Good.
You.
All right, well, wait his turn. It's mine.
So tell us a little bit about what
Exactly.
you, what you
Uh,
do.
What I do?
I don't know.
I don't know. After this, I don't know what I do. So, by trade, I've been a manager all my life. So, my undergrad is computer information systems. My master's degree is in management and leadership, and I'm currently enrolled to get my doctorate in social work, starting in
Nice.
January.
Very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very nice.
From the University of Southern California. I gotta tell you that because that's big. Because I'm a super kid that grew up in Foorsville. So
That's
the fact
right.
that I got accepted to Southern California was a big.
That
big
is
deal.
awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yes. So currently I'm elected to Prince George's County Democratic Central Committee
Oh,
with
yeah, I'm gonna change
with
this.
11,800 votes. I'm proud of that. So
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
11,800 votes. So I'm in the political field. I help out candidates. I help out politicians. I'm president of Birchwood Community Civic Association,
Okay.
Birchwood Clearview Community Association. Can't forget Clearview.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm president. I help the 800 homes and the over 2,000 residents that stay in our area. And
Now I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
so, and outside of mentoring, shout out to all the kids that I know y'all listening, Souls of the World, Eugene, Chris, and all you guys.
Y'all gonna
now,
say, be
but-
careful naming
Yeah,
names,
yeah,
they
yeah.
gonna come for you.
But so mentor big around here. I coach basketball for a lot of years, so it's just I do a lot when it comes to
Oh.
community. So I've been here,
Well, your superpower speaks volumes for mental strength.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot you got to do. And
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I
and
mean,
I never thought about it that, but you're right.
Yeah, so I'm going to make that a big wow factor for you. Because that's going to be what you're going to get.
Get a wow.
Because that's a lot. That's a lot. Yes.
Right. I'm also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I'm a Fred Brothers in there, so
All
I wanted to say that too.
right.
So
All
it's
right.
been a lot. That's it. That's who I am in a nutshell. And I've been married for the last 2 years.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
Wifey is behind me. Oh.
Yes, and wife is awesome. Thank you so much, Felicia, for dragging him into the meeting.
Yes.
Kicking and
He was
screaming, by the way.
And then she said, "Listen, I need you to listen, Antoine," because he was difficult then too. But she
Yeah,
was
got
there.
it together. She got
Yeah,
it
she had to
together.
have my back. So
Well, that's awesome. And she's brought out. Look, your superpowers are in a book. She's brought out all the things that you need to help other people strengthen themselves. So that's a powerful
You
thing.
probably heard should be
Yeah.
strengthening messing with me, but
Yeah, I'm sure she says that.
Yeah, all the time.
we got something for her too later on. Too.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But no, I appreciate everything. But I enjoyed the process. I'm excited to read y'all story. So I've been waiting. Like I'm reading all the titles and we doing all our connection online and things like that. I'm excited about it. So I can't wait to read y'all stories.
And I'm so excited to for y'all to go to New York and just see the billboard. One of the exciting things about the billboard was I've done co-author book and had been to the billboard I think maybe 3 times this year. But because I initially asked for 10 co-authors and I only got 6, which actually ended up being the magic number. And the reason I say that is because there were 6, I was able to do a few more things that I couldn't have done with a larger number. So, and I'll share that with the billboard, but it was the magic number. You ask for what you think, but you get what was for you. So, I am absolutely happy with the 6 that came about, and I think that and this will always be my baby. So you all are stuck with the Touched by a Dove publishing family forever and ever and ever. I have a few of you are coming back to do your own books, so I'm excited about
That's
that.
exciting.
So Joe, I'm thinking I was gonna go with Joe. It's Tawan. I see you on the live. If you can try to call back, but we can't. We heard you say something, but for some reason your voice is not coming through. Quashawn was the last time, and he tried to be throwing me under the bus and stuff,
Well, we need to go ahead and put him out on display.
Let's save him for last. Let's get to
You gonna save him for last again?
Yeah, we're gonna save him for last.
I was trying, Kashawn. You closed last time on the show too. I know.
Yeah, he surprised me a little bit, but I got a little something for him in a few of them. So yeah,
So Joe, we're gonna talk to you.
we're gonna talk to Joe.
Wow. Okay.
Because
Okay.
just like Maria and Antoine, Joe's had a busy year too, and a couple of things to celebrate as well.
Yes.
So make sure you let them know. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. All right. Okay. Well, let's do this.
What was it? Let the people know who you are.
Well,
What's your name? It's all about Joe.
Yeah. Well, my name is Joe Brown, and I tell you, when this book actually, not just the book, but Lisa is a godsend
Oh,
to me. Like I talked about her in our Facebook Live video. That I met her years ago in the grocery store one day, and it was a long time in between time since I have seen her, and it was such a pleasure to have met her again after all those years.
Because we went to Woodson together.
Yeah, we went to high school
classmates,
together,
right.
right? And so in turn we were talking, hey, how you been doing? What's been going on? You know, catching up on things. And she told me that she had co-authored a book at one time and everything. I'm like, really? I'm like, I want to write a book. That's one of my goals and everything. And then some years went by again, and then I saw that she was releasing her book, The Power of Shut Up. And I couldn't have been so happy for her because she did it. And I went to her book release.
You did.
And it was awesome. It really was awesome.
Joe was the energy in the room. He was so happy for me, and that's what I needed. It was sincere. It was real, but he was so excited about the book, and he was like, "You get in touch with me because I'm ready." You know, and it had been so many
Right.
years.
Yes. And she revealed that on the book release that she was starting her own publishing company. That right in there, right when she said that was confirmation for me.
That's it.
That was confirmation for me. And when I went to go get my book and everything, and she autographed it, I said, "Look, I want to be part of the Dove family." You know, I said, "Please, I want to work with you." And so, with that being said, she reached out to me in reference to Unleash Your Superpower, which was a phenomenal idea, because what it does is it gives me a chance, an opportunity to co-author a book and find out what all the nuances and everything about writing a book, what it all entails, before I write my own book, which we're going to start working on in January.
Yes.
Amen,
We're
amen.
getting ready.
And so this right here, my chapter, which is called I Want It All Back.
Okay.
I want it all back. And yeah. I want it.
You mean that?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
every
yeah.
time he say, he said,
I want it.
I want it. That's right. All back.
All bad.
This chapter actually is a prelude to my book.
Okay.
So it's like an introduction of my book that's going to be coming out starting in January. So all of this I feel was came about through divine intervention, because you just can't make this up.
Absolutely.
You just can't make this up.
Absolutely. Let them know what is your superpower. He's
Okay.
revealing.
Yeah, so my superpower is faith and determination.
Okay.
Faith and determination. Yes.
Now, how did you decide what in it, without telling, because the book actually doesn't release till next Saturday, but a little bit about how you determined what actually was your superpower?
So there are times in life to whereas you have to exercise faith. And there are times whereas you're going to have to be determined to achieve some things that you want to achieve. So faith and determination kind of go hand in hand, like grace and mercy. You know, faith and determination, they sort of like first cousins.
Right.
So,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so how I played that out in my book, you know, I mean not in my book, but in my chapter.
It's still your book.
You know, I want it all back. You know, if you have ever lost something in your life that was very dear to you, or you have gotten something taken away from you that was very dear to you, and you realize that it's gone, and you actually need that in your life to be able to move towards your destiny, but you don't know how to get it back.
Right.
That's what my chapter is about.
Okay.
How you get it back,
Okay.
and not just some of it, but all of it.
That's
That's right. That's
I
right.
know that's
That's
right.
I want it all back,
I
not
know
some,
that's
not
right.
part of it.
That's right.
All of it.
Give it all to me.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. I love it. And I knew that you when we actually the book signing, because Joe and I went to Woodson. Actually, he graduated
85.
And
a year
I
before
came
you.
out the year after him.
Yes.
And so we're always family. I know Andrea. I drive her crazy in here
Okay.
with the Woodson family, but
Uh-huh.
we tight.
Right,
So
right.
as you can see, we still hanging tight. But
That's right.
when I saw him, I think my husband and I were in the store
Uh-huh.
and mentioned it. I knew he was serious about it. And it had been so long since the first 2 times we connected,
Right.
where it changed from I did a co-author book, and then the next time I saw him, I had actually done my book.
Right.
Never even thinking to do a publishing company, but
Mhm.
we connected right at that moment.
Right.
Because a couple of warriors were there, but Joe was. You were the excitement, the energy went up right then. But that's what it made me. It actually confirmed for me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to, before we get to Kashawn, and I'm hoping that Tawan can call in, but I appreciated the fact that even though there are tons of people out here that are doing books, they're doing co-author books, they're publishing or whatever, that you all trusted me. This was kind of a newbie for me. I've never done this before.
Right.
And the trust that you gave me to just kind of do this means a lot to me.
Well, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
but you made this process so easy and so seamless, and I'm actually proud to
Cut it
have. And I am actually.
This check is in the mail. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and you made this so smooth and so seamlessly that whereas I'm really actually proud to have been touched by a dove.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You know what
Mic
never
check,
put
mic
it on
check.
me.
Mic check.
my
Is
other-
this on?
my
Is this on?
You already had to turn. We done turn their mic. Look, we gotta turn their mics off because they.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
My other male counterparts don't agree, but yes.
But you know we're the A students over here.
Right.
Yes.
A student.
I will say because I love my whole team, but I did kind of grade them, and I have my 2 problem students on this side. We'll show them to you later, and hopefully Tawan can come back in here. But I have really enjoyed doing this with you all, and wanted to spoil you all. Hello.
Hello.
Tawan,
Hey,
can you-
Tawan.
Hmm.
She said,
Okay, my
Tawan,
volume down.
Tawan.
Ooh,
Tawan.
don't know what to say. Okay.
Oh, she gonna go.
Tawan, and if you're on my live, Tawan, we can actually hear you. So we heard you say, okay. But are you don't have your mute button on? Can you try to put your earphones on? I'm not sure what the why it's not coming through. But we'll keep at it because we're still here. So we got time. But Joe, I wanted to just mention to you all that I appreciate you all. This has been fun for me. And I wanted to spoil you all right. I know I've been at home and said, what else can I do? What else can I do? So I've saved a few things for the book signing, but the t-shirts were important to me because I just wanted you all to feel like, and when you said your book, this is your book. This is your book. This is your book. We did this together. I couldn't have done this by myself. This is all of ours, and the stories to me are so powerful, and the group of you all together. And when another confirmation was when you all met. And I know Antoine is just coming in, but even today, when you all met, nobody seemed to be taken aback or feeling, like they had to be quiet. Everybody was themselves from the initial hello. Right. And that's what told me, some of them were more than comfortable. But that's what told me that this was perfect. So, I thank you all for doing this. I've had a ball with this and hope that you all will share and come back. There's a couple people, Joe's even sent some people to me who are ready to do their thing.
Yes.
I really and truly, and Antoine didn't mention his, but he has something. and actually, when I talked to Antoine, he even has a date of when he wants to release. So he's playing real low key, but that's okay. We'll just,
none of that.
he ain't mention, but we'll be back. Y'all still gonna have to talk to us. So,
right.
And I want you all to interact with each other. If you got some questions, or you need to. Ooh, some feedback coming. Y'all need to check each other. We
I just need
family
to know
now.
why we here is was the gift you got us, what is on that scale from A to D, A to F? ranking the
not gonna
students wise? Because
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
Joe
say.
gonna get the best gift, and I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous already, so I need to know how
You
you.
must be grateful for whatever you receive. So no, I'm just kidding. No, you are all my family, and I don't know.
Move yours back a bit. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
Is she on your live? If you can't tell her, try to call back now.
Tawan, can you try to call back now if you're on the live?
So, Jay, what I would like you to share is a little bit about you. Oh, she okay.
She's listening, right?
Come on.
Yes.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear? You can hear us, right?
Huh?
You can hear us, right?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Okay. Are you on your computer?
No, I'm actually on my cell phone. I'm on my home phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I heard some
the
talking in the.
Facebook.
Okay. It might be the live that's coming through.
Okay.
So.
Well, welcome to
Yes, thank you for coming. Thank you so much, Joe,
Yes.
Maria,
Joe, tell us a little bit about
Antoine.
you,
Yes,
too.
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, I grew up in D.C. And graduated, of course, from D.C. public schools. Yep. Woo woo. H.C. Woodson. Yeah. Proud of that. After graduation, I went into the building maintenance field as an engineer, but a different engineer. More so as a building engineer. I hold a DC First Class Steam Engineer's license as well as a Maryland First Steam Engineer's license, and I'm also an HVAC Master, Maryland, DC, and Virginia. So some people in the field will call that like a 5-star general because they're like the top 5 licenses that you can get. So right now I do stationary engineering, project management. That's what I do. I run buildings. I make sure that all the equipment is running like it's supposed to. No bells and whistles going off. Everybody is comfortable, and that's it, pretty much.
So y'all don't talk about no DC public school system because they are producing some wonderful. They are producing some wonderful folks out there in the world, y'all, and they in this book. So y'all gotta get this book.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did want to mention you had Reverend in front of your name. Did you want to expound on that at all?
Yes. I've been preaching since 1990.
Okay.
So it's been about 28 years. A little while. Just a little while. That's all. Just recently got blessed with an honorary doctorate with a PhD.
Yes.
I'm happy about that.
Yes, congratulations.
Through the philanthropy work. I host, I do work with other churches in reference to getting them up and running and started and training and things like that. So that's been a blessing to me. Right now, at the moment, I am interim pastor of Run and Shout Evangelical International Ministries with overseer Sharon Harley.
Yes,
Another H.D.
warrior.
Woodsonite, amen, who is founder and overseer. So I'm co-laboring with her at that ministry at the Bowie location.
Okay.
Amen.
Wonderful.
Yep.
This one I'm going to give to you.
Okay. Man, this looks like a job for
What
a
is yours
superhero.
say?
This looks like a job for a superhero. That's
Ooh,
right.
I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes, this has been it's been wonderful. So as you can see, we still keep it all in the family, and y'all stuck with me. So sorry. Thank
All
you.
right.
And more than just the book way, I'll say this: Joe is stuck because we warrior brothers and sisters forever, warriors for life.
That's right.
Maria, we stuck because it's the Rosa synergy is all there. So yeah, she can't go nowhere. Antoine, well, you stuck double dose because Felicia is always gonna be stuck. Felicia and I are going to be, we're working together on, actually Touched by Dove Publishing. She is part of the team. I'm not going to share because she play real low key too.
She fake like she behind
but
the scenes.
she's part of the team, and we'll share more as we get into the different new authors that are coming on board. But she's part of the team, and so you just stuck. So yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. we ain't shared yet because we're going to go go to Antoine, but yeah, he stuck too.
Sean
But
stuck.
I got because I work with him, so I got to see him every day. So he gets it worse than everybody else. But
And you were birthed into Girls Gabbin family first.
yes, yes,
Don't do it.
yeah. So I mean, some stucks are like this.
Can I
and
move-
some
can I
stucks
move
are
my
like
seat?
this.
Wow.
Can I move my seat?
Wow.
How did
But
this
it's all
happen?
love. It's all
It's all
love.
love.
So I think we're gonna go next to Tawan. Yeah, we're gonna do push on. Yeah, you like you. What you call yourself? The closer.
The closer, yeah.
Why, Joe? You hit your leg.
The clothes.
She said to clean up.
Wow.
Or the ender, whatever we want to.
Whatever.
See, that's what happens when you let people name themselves. It always sounds
You
better.
started it.
So, Tawan, welcome.
Thank you.
Right, we got on here.
And we're going to actually get into what we've been asking everybody. We've spoke with Joe, we spoke with Maria and Antoine. So we're glad you were able to get on. And now we want to kind of want you to share. I think, Andrea, did you have a couple of questions? Or we want first say your name, and then we want you to share with us. Well, first, how did you, with the project, what made you want to even write in the book to unleash your superpower? And then we're going to have you unleash your superpower. We have your sign here, so we'll show it for you.
Okay, so I'm Tawan Lowe. The reason I did the project, I just like the title.
Okay.
I was really interested in your superpower. What is your superpower? Because it kept making me think, do I have a superpower? What is my superpower? What might that be? And actually, what I originally thought was my superpower, I was like, that ain't really my superpower.
Oh. So it
I was
changed
like,
your
oh,
mind.
that's my superpower. So it was really the title, my excitement to see Lisa really walking in her true purpose. Not saying that she never was walking in her purpose, but I know this is something Lisa loves to write with the magazine, just some things that I know in the background. So I was like, I was excited for that, so I wanted to be a part of your first project as well. And then, and the project was something that caught my attention and that I liked and that I thought I could be a part of. So that's why I did it.
Okay, you sure did. So why don't you tell us, and we're going to show everybody on the live this, your sign that we did for you. Everybody's revealing their superpower today. So tell us what your superpower is.
My superpower is untying the knots.
Yes, it is. And can you, without telling anything about your chapter, because the book actually doesn't release until Saturday, but tell us a little bit about what that means to you.
For anybody who knows me well, I have this unique, maybe not a gift, maybe a curse, depending on how you look at it. Of kind of drilling down and seeing things in a very, very different way. And because I have that because I can do that, I handle situations very, very differently than the most.
Okay.
And growing up, most guys would say that I was a little guy. That's not the word they use, but I'm not going to use the other word.
Okay.
That I was a little guy. But actually, I just had a way of looking at things a little differently.
Okay, so you had what would seem to be like a typical, I guess, female response. You were more so, not on the emotional, whatever they think, with women. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
was going to say she could think outside the box.
So that's what, yeah, like what they typically think, but you're kind of outside of that. So, which I'm sure there's some people that are in that lane with you. But, so when you did the superpower, did it confirm for you that that's how you are, or did you see like two sides of you where you can, you balance those two pretty well?
It confirmed that that's really where I am,
Okay.
that's what I have, and it actually confirmed more of that's what makes me a different type of coach than most.
Okay. Okay.
Because I didn't realize how much I use it on other people.
Okay.
So it has not just been instrumental in my own life, it's what I use in my business. and I think I probably would have never called it a superpower until doing the book.
Okay.
So I think I just looked at it a little differently and called it something else. But I think that is my superpower.
Okay.
That's where all my strength lies, or most of it anyway.
And tell us a little bit about what you do.
What do? I am the founder of the Women Walking in Their Own Shoe Foundation. This is a nonprofit organization that provides scholarships for women and girls to help enrich their lives and help them. And we provide scholarships for vocational and non-traditional schooling. So not for your 4-year college, but for vocational and trade schools. And one of the reasons we picked that is because everybody gives a scholarship to the traditional 4-year schools, but we also want individuals, women, to get a trade or vocation where they can take that and become an entrepreneur and start their own.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I do. I am the founder of TLC Consultancy. That is a multifaceted business that's located in the PG area. One side is coaching for individuals, helping them to maximize their potential, and the other side is providing training and leadership development and talent management for organizations. And I work for the government full time.
Yes, we can do it all.
All right.
Multitaskers.
That is wonderful.
I love it. And actually, you didn't mention your subscription box, but I really want you to mention that just because I think it's an awesome idea. Tell them a little bit about your subscription box.
So the subscription box, part of the TLC Consultancy products, is a subscription, a personal development and self-care subscription box. It's called Get a Little TLC, and I came up with that name because I think we all need a little TLC from here every now and again. And in the box, what you get is something towards personal development and something towards self-care. Last month, September, we had the power of shut up in the box. So was our featured author in the book. In the box. So we have things where we feature all different authors, authors I know, authors I don't know. So if anybody have a book interested in trying to get it in the box, hit me up, let me know. Find me on Facebook, Tawan Lowe. But the box is really to give people. Everybody can't afford coaching. Everybody don't like to come out to events. But everybody needs personal development. That is a lifetime goal every person should have. So what I'm doing is packaging personal development in the box, giving you a little something for you. In the box, you also get some tea from this company called Tea Lover Cafe, which happens to be Tawan Lowe as well. I have partnered with other small businesses to give you something towards self-care. They have something for the body, like body scrubs and shea butters and things like that. So it's a phenomenal box to me, of course, because, I came up with it. But it's a phenomenal box. It is for those who want to bring their personal development in-home, take their time to go through it and learn and do what they want to do, but also to give themselves a little TLC.
Wonderful. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
So how can, I guess, throughout all of your organizations, do you have a way that people can reach out to you? How they can get these subscription boxes?
If you're interested in a subscription box, the best way to get me is www.getalittletlc.com.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you.
And anything else you want to know about me, just go to www.tawan.com.
Oh, okay.
And you can learn about all my businesses from that page.
And get your books from her when you do that. But we're gonna stay on the line for us, Tawan. As long as you can hang on, and then we'll get everybody's contact information and where they can go to you personally once you get the books and it's released to get their books from you. So I think we're gonna go to our closer. Sorry. Well, no, because I guess I go after you for a little bit.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so now we're gonna move over to Quashawn. Oh, did you have one? Did you wanted to give?
We want to give Tawan.
We're passing out little
kudos to her in so many ways.
I'm trying to show. This is for Tawan. So Tawan, if you're on the live, Yeah, Andrea. Andrea chose Hong Kong for you. Yay! So we just had some fun with the superpower thing. So we're gonna move on to Quashawn. Welcome, Quashawn, again.
I gotta figure his out.
Yeah, she's gonna take some time to figure yours out.
Yeah,
I
I
just
you know what? That's a good idea.
I feel like every co-author think
MacGyver or something on the clothes.
This is my new friend over here. This is my
So
man.
as you can see, it's not just me, right? It's all your brothers and sisters.
OMG, type that in there.
No, welcome. Oh, no, it's doing something, but it'll come back on. So welcome so
Oh, okay.
much, Quashawn.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad to see you back with Girls Gabbin.
Be
So
here.
tell us a little bit about what made you decide, because you are an author of how many books? 3 books.
Nice.
So Quashawn is definitely not new to being an author, but you've never done a collaboration book before.
No.
So how was this experience as opposed to you doing it yourself?
They're very different.
You know what?
As far as I will say that Joe and I have had different experiences in this process.
Whatever.
But when I was told about the project, and I looked it over and really processed what was being done, it was like you know how you work all day and you forget your lunch, and you just can't wait to get home, make that sandwich. You're looking forward to it all day, and then you get home and there's no mayonnaise. The mayonnaise for unleashing superpower.
Oh my God.
I was trying to figure out where he was going with this. I really was trying to figure out where.
I happily take that on.
Okay, mayonnaise.
So you the mayonnaise to put it all together.
Absolutely.
I don't eat
Okay.
mayonnaise, so it's Miracle Whip.
Right?
So,
I put you on that.
yeah.
I'm a Miracle Whip girl
Miracle
too.
Whip sounds better.
All right.
So you are the Miracle Whip.
Does mayonnaise keep it all together, or does
Keep
it
it
just?
The Miracle
It
Whip.
It just makes
keeps
it better.
one
it
side
better.
It
together.
just makes it
It
better.
makes it better.
So the bread is connected too. Now it's stuck there, but the bottom piece, yeah.
See,
Keep on putting it makes it
need a
better.
binder.
See?
You need a binder.
He said you need a binder.
Now,
Okay, so we'll just say you put the mayonnaise on
there
both
you go.
sides of
See,
the bread.
if Joe
and
said
then
it,
goes
we
together.
wouldn't have dissected.
Holding it together.
Okay. Andre's trying to help you out.
I'm trying to help you out.
appreciate that.
You're on both sides of the bread, okay? You hold it together.
You make it
But,
better. That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
I never did a collaborative project, so it was very intriguing, and it was well put together and thought out. I wanted to be a part of it.
Wonderful.
I appreciate. I know Quashawn, and tell them a little bit about your books because you actually, and I thought superpower. Just talking about that kind of stuff was kind of in Quashawn's lane because, you do what the kind of books you do,
Drama, suspense, mystery.
but you love superpower kind of comic.
I did grow up reading
Yeah, he likes that era, so I thought it would be a good fit. But tell us before we ask you any more questions, you need to let us know what your superpower is.
My superpower is healing and recovery.
Okay,
Because that says healing X. Oh, was that an and?
that's an and.
Okay. I thought you
Yeah,
said
he's
healing.
Yeah, it's an
an
and.
I thought
It's
you
an
was getting over
I was
something.
trying to
I know what's going on, man. Your X is in there. I
You
know
was
what you're trying to
fooling
say.
around
You're
a
trying to
little
get
bit.
a little
The
bit.
fancy
That
one,
might be
it
for the
just-
next book. I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm
So tell us a little bit without telling us what your chapter is about, how it connects to your superpower.
Healing and recovery basically talks about in life we experience things that knock us down or depress us, bring us down from a place that we're at, and a lot of people are not able to heal and recover from that. So they drag it and it becomes a weight, and it's almost like when you play a video game, you have a life, and as you continue to play the game, the character gets weaker, and you don't replenish, and it just drags you down. It makes you not as strong, and then if you don't address it, heal from it, then you never reach the potential that you have.
Right.
So there's a lot of people that are mourning from people that they lost 20, 30 years ago, and they still can't function. So that's what mine covers: healing and recovery, and the importance of it, and to be the best person you can, because you can't without being able to heal and recover from the things that life is going to throw at you.
I love it.
Hey, I'm thrown off
He can't.
now.
I've never seen this
Right,
side.
you
No,
never
this
seen this side.
It's them.
It's
Oh,
very rare.
gosh.
It's very rare. It's very rare. But
Y'all are
it's,
terrible.
he said we terrible. He wanted me to close her, right?
Hey.
No. So okay. So tell us what you do. I know without going into you know.
I work for the government, for the Department of Education.
Yeah, tell them all that.
I am also Lisa's personal assistant.
No, he is not.
I am actually
She tortures you still.
gopher, runner, all
He
those things.
is lying. Oh my gosh.
Are you
know there's
bullying
some
people?
coworkers with it. I don't even sit over there with Rashawn sits.
We want to talk.
I see how you got it.
Rashawn-
She bullies you too, yeah.
Absolutely. that happens.
She bullied you
Rashawn is
too.
lying.
So,
I know what your new superpower is. That's what I'm not. There's another sign.
I guess
I got another word for him. Wait a minute.
maybe I wasn't supposed to reveal it.
Also, wait a minute. That was a oops.
That's a oops moment.
No, he's lying. So no, I have really and tell us a little bit about your books. You have 3 books out.
I do have 3 books.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Masquerade, The Dirty Circle, and Suspect Behavior. Growing up, I grew up in a household where I couldn't really go outside a lot. My mom was putting herself through school, so I had to watch a lot of television. And you know, when you it's like the bayou in here. It's like, but
He about to get started.
no, but you know, growing up, I was in the house a lot, watching a lot of television, even as a small kid. So, you know, it does something to your imagination, and you just have a lot of things you want to write down because you're in the house. So,
He's trying to nicely say it.
so you know, I wrote
Had
my
to write
first.
for these myself.
I wrote a book at 12 years old,
Okay.
and been writing ever since.
Wow.
Joe just moved you to the top of the class. Yeah, Joe moved you to the top of the class. I feel you, Joe. I need to move my seat again. Jesus.
Look, and as you can see, there are some real comedians on this because he tells this story. I know you said it at work. He said why he always says that I bully him. He says everybody bullies him.
Both of them said this. We want to talk.
Well, first of all,
So
you need to
something
check
gotta
the
stop.
sources because
Something got to be true.
not necessarily. Look, this one says everybody bullies him. So, not just me at work. Everyone in the office bullies Krishan, right? Now, Krishan is the tallest person in the office, but yet.
Oh yeah, that makes the difference.
Well,
That
I
means
mean,
you can't be bullied, right?
That's a real reason they bully you,
but
right?
listen, the most intimidating looking, and yet all of the women in the office like bully him, like all of them. He says, "Yeah, you bully me too. Yeah, you bully me too." So,
Put it like
but
this.
tell him when you first you explain why, because you even said back in school you were bullied, and what's the story about?
Maybe tell her.
Since you want to
All right, fine. I'm not ashamed of these things. Yeah, let's start there.
Close it out.
But before I tell the story, I will say that every Monday, Lisa and all the other people that bully me huddle in front of my cube and sit and talk about me for 20 minutes laughing.
Why
So,
are y'all doing
you know,
that, Lisa?
But you know, that's neither here nor there.
If you all want to believe Krishan,
That absolutely happens. But
that
no,
sounds real suspect to me, though.
Right?
I was telling
He encouraged y'all
telling
to come to
Lisa,
this cubicle. Is that what
I grew up in private school from kindergarten to 3rd grade.
Mhm.
So in 4th grade, my mom couldn't afford private school anymore. So I went to public school. But when you've been in private school from kindergarten to 3rd grade,
What's the difference?
you shouldn't go to public school. So, you know, the first day, they bring me into class, and that's public school. And they're like, introduce yourself to the class. I'm like, hello, my name is Krishan.
That is wrong right there.
And they were like,
Yeah.
get this
You're at school.
So that was my experience.
And the reason he says we bully him because one of my other coworkers said, and you probably went to the front with your Argyle sweater on and your briefcase. And she said, and they said, "Oh, we got us one."
Yeah.
That's actually accurate. 20 minutes away. I was home by 3:00.
Running.
Got to go.
So that's why he feels bullied all the time, because actually after that you said you went back to private school.
I did.
Oh, you did go back.
I did go back.
Therein lies the problem.
How much time did I just curious? A week, maybe?
I
Right,
made
somebody else in a week?
I made it a little while, because as your speed increases, and you become more athletic. So
What school is this? Make sure I wasn't
Right.
there. I went to a lot of
Were you
schools.
one of the-
I went to a lot of schools.
Was he in the
Elementary. Okay. Woo. Thank you.
Oh yeah, see, this is why we
It's always great to have you on the show, though.
it's great to be.
Quashawn is hilarious.
It's great to be.
But no, I enjoy all of them. Quashawn just gets it the worst, because normally, and I'm going to put them too, because these were, and I'll just let you know, Maria and Joe were my A students. If we were talking about class, right? Look, Maria's like, yes, that would be us, right? So these are, wait a minute, let me show you. These are my A students.
That's right.
My honor roll students.
Yeah.
Right.
Job for the superhero.
And they're so proud. Look, so Tawan and I have joked about it, because Tawan said, well, a couple of times I was actually probably Lisa's C student, but she said, but I think I've gone down to the bottom a couple of times when she shared with me. I know this was due, but yeah, I haven't started yet. So yeah, a couple of times she kind of dipped in, but she was good with it. She was like, I'm cool with that, you know. She was real in her space, you know. But these two right here, these two were my D teeter-tottering on E, F, G,
We don't give those grades out in school. We have incomplete. We was incomplete.
Because let me tell you, like, and this is why Joe's experience is a little different, because I created this page to put all the information in it, and I try to do a really good job of this. And you need to thank your wife, because she really keeps you on board, because I created this page for them with all of the necessary information. And these two are usually 99% of the time the ones who are asking me those same questions, and they haven't gone to the page, they don't know anything about it going to the page, and yet they have questions about things. And even today I get a question. Quashawn has been on the show before, and so one of his questions, it was like, are you serious right now? You've been on the show before. And he's like, I forgot. So I had even tell Quashawn, do they send notifications for the page? But they give notifications for the when you do something. For some reason, Antoine and Quashawn don't get the notifications. I don't know what Facebook has something against these two. So I don't know why it is they never get the notifications. I'm like, so why is it that Maria and Joe are seeing these almost immediately when I post? They're just, oh yeah. So I'm like, okay, y'all, we put a vote out there. I need to know this. I need to know that. And they're like, oh. Or one time Antoine even answered a question, which we had already kind of trashed that one. And we went on to a new question, and Antoine was answering that question. I was like, we are so done with that. That's over. So I have incorporated Felicia, because even today Felicia had a story about how I need to know some information, because Antoine was supposed to give it to me. And then, of course, when I give it to her, she said, oh, he act like, oh, yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know, but I've been asking for this information. So these are my...
Do we get to defend this?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No. These are my, you know,
Politicians trying
every
to get mine
classroom
in.
has them, and we have had a ball with them. But I think they love being these students. They wouldn't have it any other way, would you all? No. They love it. I think they made sure they stayed there. You know, it's like the guy that goes, that the desk gets put in the back of the classroom.
See, this
And when
goes
he's
into my
back
book.
there-
I don't agree.
Look, when he goes back there,
Okay.
he's like, hey, y'all, you know, he's chilling in the seat. Like, you're not supposed to be back there. You know, you're supposed to be with the rest of the class. But he's like, I'm sitting in the back, so when you finish, you come on back here and talk to me. Like, this is my seat. This is Quashawn and Antoine. Oh, yes, y'all have made this experience that more interesting. No, I love all of my co-authors.
Yeah.
You all are the bomb.
It seems like y'all a great team.
We have
really
fun.
fun.
We do. I want to, and so I will share, because I think I forget half the time that I do have a chapter in the book, because I'm so busy trying to make sure you all. But I did want to share, because this book was actually very special to me in the chapter that I shared because I will reveal. My phone is doing something crazy right now, but once it comes back up, I will reveal my superpower. But the reason I came up with this book, and I kind of shared it in the book where superpowers came from, it was still kind of a connection to the Power Shut Up, because the Power Shut Up was about me learning some things to help me get through marriages, friendships, work. There is a power in learning how to tame the tongue. You can get in a lot of trouble from saying what's on your mind. Doesn't mean you're wrong. And that's what I was making the distinctions between. It was like I was sharing things or trying to tell somebody something, and it wasn't that I was necessarily wrong in the information I was sharing, but it was not being heard or received. And so instead of trying to control someone else, it was like, okay, Lisa, you need to do something different. Okay, so communication is like key to everything. And so the Power Shut Up is not about going around and telling people to shut up. And I think that's what people thought at first. Even when I started the page, I had a couple of ladies go to the Power Shut Up page, and they were just highly offended. And the comment was, I mean, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. You know,
you can kind of see that head movement and the hand.
Right, and it wasn't not to be me. It wasn't. It was funny though, because I was like, okay, this is perfect though, because that's probably somebody who needed to read the book, because it really was about me. To me, I see the Power Shut Up as a self-check book. It was about me telling me to shut up. Like, have you ever been having a moment where you're talking and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. Just shut up, you know, because they're not listening to, they're not, whatever it is. That's kind of what it was for me. So when the superpower, when I thought about that, what I was thinking was, there are, and I think kind of similar to what Maria said, I kind of envisioned the superpower, and mine actually came from something that I was not necessarily good at all the time, but it's something that I did even at times when I didn't want to. And that's what suggested to me that this was a gift or a superpower, because I didn't want to do it sometimes, but it was just kind of my makeup. So my superpower in the book is actually forgiveness. And this is huge for me because it went out as soon as I showed you. But it was huge for me because I've always felt like, even younger, that forgiveness was a gift. And the reason I thought, not because I was good at it, but because even when there were things that were done to me, or I felt that wronged me or whatever it was, I still felt the urge or the need to forgive. No matter how hard it was, no matter how much it hurt, no matter how angry I was like, I have to forgive, because I actually learned before anybody kind of preached to me, so to speak, in a counseling session or, you know, wherever it was, I knew that it was for me. In order to do it, it was for me. It had nothing to do with them. So that's where my superpower had come from, and I wanted a way to kind of release it. We have friends I know all over the place. I wanted a way to release it, so I do share some things, because there are some things in life, and we all go through different levels of disappointment and hurts and those kind of things, but I was struggling with what you do as a writer too, with how much do I share? Am I ready for this? Am I ready for what comes with this? And that's part of, you know, getting into that writing thing, because it is hard and it does involve other people, but at the same time, if you're at a point when it's time to heal, it's time to recover, it's time to get that mental strength back, it's time to, you know, your superpower paid, and yours of determination, when all of that comes together and you're untying the knots, as Tawan does, then it's time, because somebody else needs to.
Absolutely.
They need to hear what you did so they can get through it. So it comes a point when it's not for yours to hold on to. Forgiveness is really for sharing how you got through this so that somebody else can do it too. So, and all of these stories to me incorporated that, which is why I think this is a powerful book.
It's a very powerful book.
So I'm excited about it. I will give you the deets on the book. The book is going for $14.99, $15. And I've actually, if you look at the back, everybody's on the back. I was able to get everybody's pictures on the back.
Yeah.
I'm still doing something crazy. with a little saying from the book. And then, of course, the Touch by Dove logo, which I'm excited about. Woo, woo, woo! So this is the first of many. So you all are actually like, I don't know what do you call it when it's the very first?
Inaugural.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
like
See,
that.
yes.
Yes.
This is that crew.
Yeah.
So forever and ever and ever and ever that you all are connected. This is the first. So,
Just my copy.
oh, is it? Okay.
You know what? This
Okay.
As soon as my phone. Okay. Oh my
We're gonna talk
gosh.
later.
But I have enjoyed this whole experience, and I thank you all for coming on and sharing. This has been a lot of fun.
It's really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It really has, and we have Saturday we will be heading, and I will put it out there for. I know they've contacted their friends and family, but if anybody is either in New York or want to follow, I know we're driving down, or I don't know how everybody's going. Some people are going on a train, but if you all want to go down and support these co-authors, please come down. We are going deep, okay? We're going all the way deep on 42nd. Right in front of, and I have the address for anybody who's interested in going down and supporting them. We will all be live and doing all kinds of stuff from our phones, and then kind of networking with each other and just fellowshipping across the street, grabbing something to eat before everybody goes on their separate ways. Because I think, Rashawn, you have maybe something going on later. I'm not sure. Okay, but Rashawn's are you from New Jersey? So he's kind of home. I think, Antoine, you all are from down there, right? So y'all have family that are down there waiting. Maria's bringing, I swear to goodness, yes. And Joe, I know they contacted me saying I'm going with Joe. So,
And I also have family in New York too. My
Yes.
my brother and my father, and my mom.
oh, they're in
my,
New York.
My other mom. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in New York, and my nieces and nephews and things like that. So yeah.
So it's going to be a
Yeah.
wonderful turnout. And Tawan is gathering up her people. I know one time she was talking about a bus, which I am down with it. We're going to be
Turn
blocking.
that to the double dutch
Look, I
bus.
think I'm going to buy some cones so we can block off the street.
Mhm.
And y'all going to have to get on the other side because we busy over here. But the first, this is tentative, but it will be by 1 o'clock for those who may want to go down and join us. I have 3 scheduled showings, and I think the first one will be at 1:30, 2 and 2:30. If it changes, I'll let everybody know. But please go to Touch by Dove Publishing and like the page. I will be sharing from now on whatever these authors are doing outside of this book. I'll be sharing all of the wonderful things they're doing so you can follow them. But I wanted to just, for everybody, including Tawana, if she's still online, to maybe just share how, Tawana, you can go first since you're on the line because you may have to get off, but how they can get in contact with you going forward. And if you have anything that's coming up that people can support, let them know. Tawana?
Yes, for me, you can contact me at www.tawawn.com. Right now, I have nothing really coming up. Just getting ready for the holiday season.
Yes, that's a big thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Love the holidays.
Yes. I am.
If they want to reach out to you.
And how they can reach you.
Or how they can meet you.
Or for the chess or anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. The best way to reach me is through the Waldorf Chess Club, and the website is waldorfchessclub.org. We will be having our 50th anniversary coming up this May, so we'll be planning something really wonderful for the family. And you can reach me through real estate at caldwellbanker.com, Maria Thorpe, or call me on my phone.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, Joe.
Well, you can contact me through social media, Facebook, Joe Brown. You can email me at drjlbrown19 at outlook.com. That's drjlbrown@outlook.com.
And Joe is going to start working on his book.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
For January.
Yeah, so if you want to know what my book's about, you're gonna have to get this one first.
Amen.
All right,
Amen.
all right.
That's
I
how
have
you're
a
supposed
few-
to do it.
I have a few engagements that's coming up as well that I'm gonna be at various churches preaching and everything, and of course, I'm gonna push the book.
Absolutely.
Of course.
So remember, these authors will have
Yeah.
their books on hand. So contact them. Get in touch with them for your autographed copies from them. But I will,
Yeah.
after everybody, I'll let them know about the book signing. So they'll be able to meet and greet with all of the authors, and whoever you're close with, hit them up on how to get a copy of their books. Mr. Brown.
Okay, you can reach me at AntoineBrown.com or AntoineCBrown.com. My email address is Antoine. It's ABrown@AntoineCBrown.com. I'm also going to be at homecoming in about 14 days at Livingston College. So if anybody wants to come out, hang out, have a good time down in Salisbury, North Carolina, we'll be down there. I have books with me, so I'll be able to sign them there. I'm hosting one of the day parties at 2:00. So it'll be on my Facebook page. I'll be down at homecoming on Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween after. So November 1st at 2:00. So
You're hosting, okay.
I am
Let me
hosting,
find
You
out.
also said on your Facebook page.
Yes.
What's your Facebook page?
I don't know. So
Oh.
it's all I don't know what my name is. I change it so much time. But you can find me on IG at the Booth Shop.
The booth, BOOTH.
BOOTA shop.
Okay.
And I'll hit up Felicia.
Yeah,
Felicia,
she'll
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. All of it's on my website.
That's what I was. Girl, help. You gotta help.
You see how they do me? They married her. I married up. I didn't marry down.
How you supposed to do it?
That's it. For Sean.
You can reach me on Facebook, author Krishan Davis, or you can email me at theqmanshow@gmail.com.
And do you have anything coming up? I thought you had some.
I do. I'm going to be doing a book event in Philly the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I will post the information on my Facebook page.
Okay, and I wanted to ask you too, was there, you have these fun little chronicles you do, and there's something in the works. Can you share that, or it's still under wraps right now?
I was doing a weekly female nightmares where I was telling old dating stories, and it became really popular.
It
So-
did, actually.
Became popular to the point of now they're being filmed. So now I'm posting every Thursday a story from my
Chronicles. Oh,
that
okay.
has
All right.
It drew a lot of attention.
Okay, so every Thursday on your Facebook page.
yes.
Okay. We can check this out.
So, yes, it's
Yeah.
there have been some.
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
the funny thing about it is sometimes we would tell these stories, and somebody on the thread would say, I have gone through that. I was like, wow, there's more than one of you have did this. And they really couldn't. They were looking forward to these stories, and I sometimes I just put, what is it, shaking my head. I would just post shaking my head. Oh my gosh. Push
Y'all
on.
have to catch this, Sean. Mercy.
So, and thank you. You all can actually reach me. Well, I'm telling you,
You go ahead.
reach me, Lisa Dove Washington, on Facebook, Instagram. What else is
Yeah,
there?
Touched by Dove out there.
Touch by Dove Publishing has their own page, or Dove Style Magazine. Also, you can reach me at all of those. And my website is www.lisadovewashington.com, where will be updating it as I go on. It's a lot, but but they do right now. You can get 10 free tips on how to tame your tongue with the power Shut Up, and then I'll be adding some information on Unleash Your Superpower. Right now, it is in pre-sale, so you can still go to Amazon and pre-sale the Kindle version, and you can also pre-sale for the paperback with Barnes and Noble, Books A Million. It's with Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. We're hoping that you all will go and get your purchase your books, and please leave reviews on Amazon for us. That really is. We want to go back and be able to see that you love the book, and it's good stuff. So, and that's the way we all can see. Everybody's name is mentioned in the Amazon write-up, which was very specific. So I'm encouraging you all to check out all of the co-authors and see what else they have coming up, because this is hopefully only the beginning of whether it's another co-author
Yes.
book or your own book or different books. So I'm excited about what's ahead, and I've enjoyed
This has
having
been
you all
very
on
good.
there. So everybody today, I bought treats with me. I love it. I felt like this was like a mini Oprah moment, you know. But I brought everybody got their 10 copies to start them off of the book. So you all the only ones who have, of course, you should be the only ones who have copies of this book. The book comes out on October 26th. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to be lighting up your timelines. I mean, just let it happen.
Absolutely.
Just saying, it's fire. We unleashing. Maria has already put on her cape.
Right.
And look, I'm gonna check out and give me one too, cause that's the. So we have some bookmarks and we have a couple of flyers that we're gonna share with everybody. So if you run into one of the co-authors, even if they don't give you one, say, hey, give me a flyer. I did want to mention to everyone that our book signing is scheduled for November 9th. It will be from 3 to 5 out in Largo. I have put created an event on Facebook. So please go to the event page for Unleash Your Superpower book signing and, click going and come out. It's going to be a wonderful day with more surprises for my co-authors and just a wonderful time to celebrate them on this huge accomplishment. And I just want to re-emphasize that this is our book. And I love it, and I'm loving that I shared it with you all. So thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you all for
Girls
sharing it
Gabbin.
with me, because of course I have not read the book, but just hearing about you all's superpowers, even just how in the order, and I know it's a little bit different from what was in the book, but the order displayed today, positive attitude, intense determination, and then going into faith and determination, Tawan, untying the knots, as you spoke on, then having Antoine, the mental strength that you shared with us, and followed up by Krishan with healing and recovery, and yours with forgiveness. All of those things are superpowers for everybody.
Mhm.
Like, everybody can implement a piece of what these powers have to offer in their lives in some type of way, and these books, I'm sure, are extraordinary. Your stories, I can't wait to read this.
I'm excited to hear what you
Yes. I can't
I'm
wait
gonna
to
be
read
digging
this.
in this
Right,
tonight.
right.
Yeah.
But
Path to success.
Yes.
this was a
There
unique
you go.
title. I must commend you, Lisa. Superpowers, unleashing those 6 extraordinary stories like you have in this book, but those 6 powers alone speak volumes. So this was great. And you guys collectively coming together, it has to be an awesome experience. I mean, you unleashing different things. Most of you want to start books. Some of you already have books. And some of you that will begin to start their book on your new journey. So, congratulations to all of you. And thank you for coming to Girls Gabbin to
Yes,
share
Girls
this.
Gabbin, love this.
Being
Yes,
the
thank
first
you all
to
so
share
much.
this. We're excited.
And we will have to stay in touch with you all. So we'll bring
Absolutely.
you all back on the things you're doing, individually that you all are
Absolutely.
doing. So thank you all so much. We
Absolutely.
appreciate this.
Yes. And
Appreciate
as
Yes.
always, you all know how to reach us at Girls Gabbin on Facebook, Lisa Dove Washington, and Andrea Riley individually. You can download the app at WinDC Radio. We're powered by Go Win Media. We thank you. Tune in each and every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. And you all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
This was great.
Woo woo.
Yay. So we're still on camera until she gets it shut off. So just in case somebody goes, they'll tell you because
We might put that
you might say
Philly
something
shirt
off the
back on.
chain.
It's wing
We
time.
can't take it back,
It's
right?
wing time.
They're ready for like a half hour.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
Yes.
So we're gonna go